All right, I'm sure he'll be in a second. I hereby call to order this Tuesday, July 27th meeting of the Planning Board. It's a non-traditional time for a meeting. This meeting is being held remotely. In the event that this meeting is canceled or cut off or loses internet connection, we'll be hosting it at our next regular Planning Board meeting, which I think would be the 8th, but we have no agenda items, so it'll probably be 2 weeks after that. Which is what date? Do you have that, Curtis?
Yeah, it would either be the 3rd or the 17th, and it looks like it's going to be the 17th.
17th. Okay. So, at this point, is there anyone here to speak to something that is not on our agenda? You can hit *6 or *9 on your phone. You can turn your mute off and speak, or you can turn your video on and raise your hand. Going once, going twice. I don't see anyone from the public that wishes to speak. So let's move into our first and only agenda item at this special meeting, which is the public hearing for Clovercraft LLC DBA Budsy. We actually went through every last aspect of this at the last meeting, but we didn't quite have quorum, which we do now. There's 2 items that remain, and I want to reiterate that before I list those 2 items, that we went through everything in the last meeting, which is available on recording, including reading all the standards, all the conditions, all the findings. I'll give another opportunity for the public to speak here, but before I do, I want to just talk about the last 2 items on the list. The first of which is our new member, Mr. Hartman. Were you able to review the information from the last meeting, the video and all the minutes and the conditions?
I reviewed the minutes and the conditions. I wasn't aware of the video.
Okay. Are you comfortable having reviewed the information so that you feel you can vote on the matters from last meeting, or are you uncomfortable with that and feel we need to go through it again?
No, yes, I'm very comfortable. I thought there was very detailed minutes. Comfortable.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Thank you. All right. So the other issue is that there was only one additional condition that we added in the last thing. And since we've gone over everything, we had Curtis go back and draft some language specific to this, and he's brought it up on our screen here. It's condition C of the conditions, which states the proposed marijuana delivery operation shall have no more than 15 delivery vehicles on site in operation at any point. Kevin, are you with us?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this condition?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Have you had a chance to see this document before today?
I haven't. I didn't forward it to Kevin yet.
Forward to him? Okay. It states everything that we've gone through in the last meeting with the exception of that one condition that was added, and I had read through the conditions. I think that I'm just going to, by order of recapping them just by a surety, touch on A through I briefly before we ask for the public to come forth. A condition says the applicant is responsible for obtaining any permits, licenses, etc. from regulatory bodies as appropriate. B is the applicant must comply with section 10.10.7.5.1, which is our local regulation about energy efficiency with the vehicles. It states that if at any point the total number of delivery vehicles in use for the proposed operation equals or exceeds 6 vehicles, the applicant must submit proof that 1/3 of vehicles operated as delivery vehicles by the proposed marijuana delivery operation are hybrid, diesel, or electric. Such documentation shall be reviewed for adequacy by the planning board in a public meeting. Of course, doing all this from memory. C, I just read. D is any change in ownership which is subject to review and or approval by the CCC shall appear before the planning board prior to operations to acknowledge the existing conditions of the permit and compliance therewith or changes thereto. A purpose of the public meeting shall be for the planning board to recognize the new ownership and determine if any changes is significant enough to require a modification of the special permit subject to a public hearing. E, any change that significantly alter the general operation or use of the site shall be presented to the planning board at a public meeting. The purpose of the public meeting shall be for the planning board to determine if the change is significant enough to require a modification of the special permit subject to a public hearing. F, any waivers granted by the CCC associated with the operation shall be reviewed and approved by the planning board prior to implementation, except for any waiver granted for the sale of marijuana products tested by the Department of Public Health rather than the CCC. G, the special permit associated with the use is contingent upon continuous licensure by the CCC. The applicant should provide notice to the city of any enforcement order issued by a state agency in accordance with section 10.10.711 of the zoning ordinance. The applicant must provide a copy of their license in good standing from the CCC prior to beginning operation is a cannabis delivery operator. H, the hours of operation of the cannabis delivery operation shall be the maximum allowable by applicable ordinances, including Easthampton zoning ordinance, section 10.10.5.4. Off the top of my head, was that 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.? Is that what we talked about, I think?
Yes.
And I, the last one, the applicant shall provide notice to the city of any enforcement order issued by a state agency in accordance with section 10.10.7.11 of the zoning ordinance. Okay. Now, I just wanted to go through that for everyone, just because we had made one change in that section, just to make sure we're all on board. Do all those sound like it's things that you can attain and achieve, Mr. Perrier?
Yep, that sounds like what we had last discussion, and certainly we're in agreement with it.
Do you have any new information or any other points you wish to raise, Mr. Perrier?
Nope.
Does anyone on the board have any additional comments they want to raise or concerns?
Nope.
Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak on this matter? Again, *6 or *9 on your phone, unmute and speak, or show your video. I'm not seeing anyone. So at this point, I'm looking for a motion to approve the special permit for Clovercliff LLC, DBA Budsy, on 17 East Street with the aforementioned conditions.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor? Chris?
Aye.
Harry?
Aye.
Mr. Hartman?
Aye.
And I am an aye. That's quorum, and congratulations, Mr. Perrier. Good luck to you in your business.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all the help, and
Good luck.
I'll do all the remaining administrative stuff tomorrow. Kevin, just one last point of order. I think we're still outstanding on the newspaper fee on this one.
did we get an invoice for that?
You did by email. I can check tomorrow, and it's not. Doesn't matter to this public recording. I should have mentioned it offline. I'll double check tomorrow. Okay.
Send
Yeah,
that.
that can be held.
And I'm also fine. I'm also fine giving out the decision pending that. We'll discuss it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, is this subject to the 20-day appeal period?
It'll get an appeal period form. I've already drafted it, and it's ready for signature tomorrow.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. This is not one of our regular meetings, so I don't think we have anything else standing. But if anyone has any, urgent announcements, planning board related on the board, going once, going twice. In that case, you know what I'm looking for.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
I don't know who went first there.
Doesn't matter.
I'll let you pick. All in favor? Chris?
Aye.
Harry?
Aye.
I keep saying Mr. Hartman because I forgot your first name. Is it Danny?
Danny.
Danny, yeah. Either one works,
Danny.
but I as well.
All right, and I am an I. Thank you, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you. Go ahead.
So just point of order, there's likely to be no meeting next week. Our next meeting is most likely to be on the 17th.
Excellent.
17th. Okay.
See you all then.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.